I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. Try and make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a about you telling me about you pulling a gun on a kid. I don't like that shit doesn't scare me.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afani Badu Muhammad.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
Today is something that's actually very crazy. I've been saying this online. Before we get into anything, man, 1 like equals 1,000 prayers for this mother of 6 who was unalived. Jennifer Harris, she was a McDonald's manager. She was a single mother of 6, and she was unalived by a crazy coworker who literally made videos leading up to the event that we're about to watch right now, which is just crazy. She literally premeditated everything. But a little backstory about whatever going on is the employee who had been sent home. So I guess her and the manager got into it, and she sent the little girl home. The girl later returned armed with a knife and was poking her multiple times in the face. And the crazy thing is, Jennifer Harris, the single mother of 6, she's basically a manager, and she worked there for over 15 years to provide to her children. I have no idea if she had, like any type of thing set up for her children, but hopefully they have some type of GoFundMe set up. And if they do, please be sure to donate something. Just think about it. If she was a single mom of 6, then they were really possibly her support system. There's a difference in being a single parent, and it's something being a single mother. Let's get into it right now and see what's going on, man, because this is honestly crazy. I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but what I've heard, bro, this young girl was sick.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It's McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, you know, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Sound like she plotting already.
I got sent home early yesterday.
It sound like she plotting all. You hear the little words in her. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it in her voice.
And one day she coming in there talking about some yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids and this and that. Well, you know, telling us that, like, the f*** you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for? You sound like a psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have had blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, you know, like, I'm like, what the f*** you telling me this for? Like, she think she's, like, trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some shit. Give a f*** about you telling me about you pulling the gun out on a kid. I don't like, that shit doesn't scare me.
We can tell.
You know what I mean? That shit doesn't scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shit didn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a f*** about her telling me about what the f*** she did. You know, and maybe that's why they always fighting her, to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened.
Nah,
this stays at home though. I'm not gonna bring this to work because that wouldn't look right, I guess.
I'm a serial killer.
what?
Jesus Christ, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher. I really hate that name.
Alright, relax, calm down. Baby, I was misunderstood. Baby, you know that I'll always treat you good. They wanted me to be Slim Shady, so I buried him for good. We more than neighbors, in fact, we're his family. Want to punch me? You could. We're serious. These girls like to play games with Jamal to put you in misery. You was never that lady that I was talking about from the beginning. In fact, you're another lady who saved my life and helped me put the wicked to an ending. Baby, take another look.
What is wrong with this young girl? Like, what?
And more breaking news this morning. Violence breaks out at a local McDonald's where police say an argument between co-workers led to one of them being stabbed to death.
Fox News' Camille Leary, she just got an update from East Point Police a short time ago. Camille joins us live now. Camille, what have you learned?
Yeah, this is an absolutely horrific story. We just got briefed from East Point Police, and then we headed down here, which is about a mile down the road, here at the 9 Mile McDonald's. So I want you to take a look at some video. We're going to talk about what happened. So let's rewind the clock back to about 8 o'clock. Actually, prior to that, there was a dispute. Police say there was a dispute between two employees. One employee leaves, a verbal altercation. One employee leaves, comes back, and then proceeds, this is according to police, proceeds to stab that employee, that fellow employee that they had a dispute with, in the area of the drive-through inside where the employees work. Well, then this is where things take a twist. A customer in the car going through the drive-through sees this, witnesses this. He takes a gun, this according to police, shoots it up in the air, and then realizes exactly what's happening, trying to stop this stabbing from happening. And then he actually chases the suspect, runs away, and then he chases that suspect, holds that suspect at gunpoint until police get there. Now, we did talk to some witnesses, and we're going to hear from them in a minute, but I do want to report that we have confirmed from police that the victim is deceased, a woman in her 30s, and the suspect is in custody, a 26-year-old woman. But let's listen to what that one witness had to say.
She left for 5 minutes. She came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her, and I ran for help, and basically asking everybody, like, help or whatever. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
Her children now in shock at how such senseless violence could have ended their mother's life.
So kind, if anybody needed help, she would give you her last, give you the shirt off her back. She did not deserve that at all.
Please approach for the swear to. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury?
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth a factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afani Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
Wow.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon, carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed, and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wow, she look crazy, bro. And she still got that wig on.
5354,
And let this to her.
Afani Badu Muhammad. Counsel appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sean Hayes, on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, Matthew McConnell, on behalf of Mrs. Muhammad, who does appear to be a Zoom.
Your name, please, ma'am.
Assassinated Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea. This matter set for a probable cause conference at the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. As to bond, Mr. Licata.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Just briefly, my client is 26 years old, does live in the great city of East Point. Your Honor, my client is a high school graduate. In fact, is actually was taking some online classes for college for physical therapy.
Nah.
Your Honor, there are some disturbing facts in this particular matter, but there are facts that haven't been brought out yet, and my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to light during the pendency of this case. She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from.
Wow. So I still don't think that equals up to you going out and taking out your energy on your boss. We're going to watch that because allegedly she was being by her whatever guy who was ever close. I don't know if it's her boyfriend or a guy she was talking to, but that was alleged, and that's what's been going around, that she was really just at her wit's end with things when she was helping someone out who was in her, and then she was having problems at work. So it's like, okay, I'm having problems at work, then she's coming back home and having problems too. We're going to tap into that. So I might put this timestamp, so if y'all want to see that, we're going to tap into that and see what she's talking about. I still don't think that clarifies. You know, it seemed like this girl was really mentally ill, but she had a lot going on. But I just don't think that's still equal to go and, it's a difference when you pull a trigger, but to constantly jab somebody, that's just different.
And her prior record. Your Honor, my client is a helpful person. She's a giving person. She's actually is credited with saving a life because of a 60-year-old who had skin cancer that she may go to the doctor to find out that that's exactly what it was, and that person is doing extremely well right now.
It's a public defender, so of course he's going to do what he needs to do. But I couldn't imagine trying to defend her. I couldn't imagine.
The facts that have been laid out today in the warrant, but at this time, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider a bond in this matter that is appropriate, that my client can meet, so that she could meet with her attorneys and prepare her defense in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the people?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. to court rule, the court is well within its authority to grant no bond involving any case involving murder. In this case, we are requesting no bond for this defendant. Also provided within the court rules are certain factors for this court to consider when determining whether to grant any bond at all, and in this case, we are requesting no bond as I indicate. First of all, the court can consider whether or not this defendant is a threat to the community. She entered a public building with other individuals, other employees that were present. She produced a weapon that was a knife longer than 3 inches, and she stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times.
Wow.
There were other employees that were
15 times? Bro, she 15 times, chat. 15 times, bro. That is outrageous. That is crazy. 15 times. That's like, bro, that is sad, man. That is sad, bro. Like, she had to been doing this before. Like, it's no way. That girl had problems. She's going to be behind bars the rest of her life. She needs to. She needs some help.
Present at the time, some of which attempted to help the victim after the stabbing occurred. That alone is enough to show that there is a threat to the community. She then ran from the building to her vehicle, presumably with the intent to flee from the scene. She was stopped by a helpful bystander. You're also able to consider the likelihood of conviction in this case, given the facts as laid out by Detective Showers and the information that the prosecutors have reviewed in order to charge this defendant. There is a very high likelihood of conviction. And finally, the defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case.
Wow.
So given all of those factors, and given the fact that this court does have authority to give no bond to defendants charged with murder, I am asking at this time for no bond in this case.
Thank you, counsel. The court has reviewed the charges and the circumstances surrounding this case. The defendant is facing various serious charges, including murder in the first degree, which is one of the most serious criminal offenses in our state, carrying penalties up to life without parole. Additionally, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent further underscores defendant's potential threat to public safety. Defendant has a prior criminal record out of Virginia for malicious wounding. It was actually felony malicious wounding that was reduced to unlawful bodily injury concerning a stabbing, and that is what gives rise to the habitual second. And
she already did this before? Nah, bro. She already did this before, y'all. This is not her first time. They said it is something back in Virginia in 2022. Like, shorty been poking people. This is crazy.
Determining bond, the court must look to the factors outlined in Michigan Court Rule 6.106. Number 1, the seriousness of the offense and the danger posed to the community. The charges here involved a violent crime with a weapon, indicating a substantial risk to the public. The court finds there is a significant threat to public safety, and therefore the bond must reflect that risk. Number 2, the weight of the evidence against the defendant. While the evidence is not fully before us and the defendant is cloaked with the presumption of innocence, the nature of the charges along with the prior criminal history suggests that there is substantial evidence against the defendant. Defendant's criminal history: the defendant has a violent criminal past. The history supports the court's concern that the defendant may engage in further violent conduct if she is released. The defendant's ties to the community: while the defendant is relatively young at 26 years of age, there's no indication that she has any significant stabilizing ties to the community that would ensure her return for court appearances. Without these ties, the court is concerned about the likelihood of flight. Number 5, defendant's risk of fleeing or failing to appear. Due to the severity of the charges and the habitual offender status, it makes the defendant a high risk for flight. The court finds that this factor weighs heavily in favor of a high bond amount. Substance abuse or mental treatment: although there are no reports at this time suggesting that the defendant suffers from mental health or substance abuse issues, that would mitigate the risks
Right.
posed by defendant's release. The court is, after considering all of these factors, going to be setting bond at $25 million, cash surety only, with conditions. If
No
the defendant
10%.
is able to meet those conditions, she must be on a GPS steel cuff tether.
For her to even have for you to even have a bond in general, a $25 million, no bond. What is the point of having I've never been arrested like that before to understand what would require people to have a bond. But if she's already had a case of her, poking someone, why would they give her a bond no matter how much money it is?
She's not
Girl,
to
you
leave
was done.
the state of Michigan. She is to report her address within 24 hours of, she must report any change of address within 24 hours. There would be stringent daily contact with community corrections as to her whereabouts. She also would be required to have alcohol and drug testing as condition of her release. There would be no contact with the family of the decedent. Any witnesses, she is not to return to McDonald's. And if she is unable to post the $25 million bond, she will remain in custody pending further proceedings. And that concludes this matter for today. We will see you back here, ma'am, on July 23rd at 1 o'clock for your probable cause conference. Thank you.
Yeah, you done for. You cooked. The fact she had the nerve to plead not guilty is crazy, bro. Had the nerve to plead not guilty, bro. That's just disrespectful, man. For real.
I'm just sitting at this park right now. I wanted to I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him, because how I said how like he always like he's always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that, but I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me. Sometimes I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now, like, after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him, dismissing everything that I do for him and did for him, dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he'd been going through for a long time and nobody can help him but me. I helped him get through it, and I cook, and you know, I don't have a lot of money, but I still make money at work, but you know, I don't have a car right now. I'm still working to get in a car, and he feels like I owe him sex, and now he's mad and crying and trying to make me feel guilty. I need to just calm down. I'm gonna be okay. But I should have known. I'm just I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this, and you're interrupting my music, calling my phone. Please leave me alone. Stop fucking with me!
What? What is going on? Man, it's definitely one of those stories, man. But y'all let me know your honest thoughts and opinions on this, man. What do y'all take from this? I feel like me personally, I feel like, man, handling mental health and making sure when people are in these situations, this is literally like how school shooters start. Like, this is like one of those situations, but at work, unfortunately, man. But You know, rest in peace to the manager. Like, she was just doing her job, doing what she needed to do to provide for her children. Yeah, they had their back and forth, but like I tell y'all, that don't equal up to taking somebody's life, man. Like, the girl ain't threatening you. She ain't up on you. She ain't try to, you know, it just sat all around, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below about this entire story, man. Y'all stay prayed up and be safe, man. Be careful. You can't even check, man. Let me just stop talking, man. Y'all understand? Y'all know what generation we live in now. It's just crazy, bro. Nobody got no respect for life.